ratings were equivalent to championships, well, Western New York would be hoisting the Lombardi Trophy. The Buffalo Niagara market led the nation in overnight ratings for Super Bowl 52, scoring a rating of 56.4. That edged out the two cities with the teams actually playing in the game, Philadelphia and Boston. So is hosting the Super Bowl worth the investment? Well, it depends on who you ask. Estimates on the economic impact of hosting a Super Bowl vary widely, from as little as $30 million to as much as $400 million. Even the high-end number falls short of the nearly $500 million city and state taxpayers in Minnesota paid to help build US Bank Stadium just a couple of years ago. But looking at the next 4 Super Bowls, each will be played in either a new stadium or one that has been recently renovated. And as 7 Eyewitness News reporter Ed Riley tells us, a new stadium here in Western New York could be the first step towards attracting the big game.
It was a phenomenal game, and you know, all power to them. It was fun to watch right down to the last minute.
Like many people, Nellie Drew watched Super Bowl 52 make history. But as professor of sports law at the University at Buffalo, she was just as interested in how the big game impacted its host community of Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Of course, in particular, you know, the entertainment industry, the hotels and the restaurants are going to do very, very well as a result of this.
Minneapolis has a new stadium that opened in 2016 and cost over $1 billion. Close to half of that money came from taxpayer funds.
I won't say that it's going to repay that by any means, but it's certainly going to make that cost a little bit easier to swallow.
Minneapolis is also a cold weather city. So the big question, if Buffalo had a new football stadium, could we attract the Super Bowl?
Well, I think we have excellent experience now, again, hosting the World Juniors and other large events. You know, there's no reason we couldn't, but it would require a substantial amount of time, effort, and energy in terms of investment.
The last few Super Bowls have been played in newer stadiums. Professor Drew said the NFL needs the big game and state-of-the-art facilities for business reasons.
Something nicer, brighter, shinier, more high-tech, and those things cost money.
New stadiums easily cost over $1 billion to construct, and in today's world, they must have more than just a football field.
Hotels, maybe a convention center, restaurants. It's just a much larger, sort of a smaller mini city, if you will.
A potential Super Bowl stadium here will need a dome, whether it's in downtown or in Orchard Park.
Is that going to be something that our market can bear?
And debt load can be a huge factor. Often new stadiums are financed out over 20 years, but at that point, they can be found to be obsolete. In Orchard Park, Ed Riley, 7 Eyewitness News.